I was thinking to myself, I think this week you've had just enough of the fucking wizard. I think I've been on every fucking night this week. It's Friday. Here we are in Seattle. Like, subscribe, share this with your friends. I'm the host of this video. This is video number 131. Lord Zippy Blaine, broadcasting here from the Wicker Bar on the shores of the Longfellow Creek in beautiful West Seattle. Yeah, too much Blaine this week, maybe. But I think you're okay, right? So you're still getting a cocktail out of it. Rail's going, I can deal with this 10 minutes worth of this fucking video nonsense. Just make me a drink, boy. So I did ask for suggestions for a cocktail for our 150th episode, which is going to be coming up here pretty soon. But Andy B, and I think from some of his comments, I think he's from Canada. Way back in the day, back in the early 80s, there was a huge, I'm not sure where he's from in Canada. There was a lot of interaction between Seattle and Vancouver. Rael and I, we used to drive up to Canada probably once every 2 or 3 weeks. We actually stayed at a hotel up there called the Century Plaza. Not the most ritziest hotel, but they had rooms that had a little kitchen. We had a little cooking kit that we'd bring up there with us. Pans, olive oil, all that shit. And back then you could drive up there. I think one time we got from Seattle to the hotel in just a little over 2 hours. That's how easy it used to be to get across the border. Now getting across the border, the last couple of times I've gone, yeah, it's kind of a hassle. And I don't even think we can't even travel across the border now. It's been closed for travel. Anyway, so Andy, he suggested the French Martini. So I got on the book, got in the book, did a little bit of research. I found a lot of recipes for the French Martini on the internet. That's where they have stuff like that. I even found one that Martha Stewart did. But then I cracked open the different guide, and lo and behold, there's the French Martini. But the French Martini is also known as the flirtini, and that is a cocktail that we have done in the past. But anyway, we're gonna do the flirtini, and then we're gonna do the flirtini. We're gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna do a little cooking. I haven't done that in a while. I'm gonna make some salmon cakes and a little bit of tartar sauce. Obviously, there's gonna be more to the dinner, but I think I'm just gonna focus on just those salmon cakes and that tartar sauce. So here we go. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Come on now. Look at that. Like that. I used to have 2 of these shirts. I don't know what happened. I ended up wearing both of them to work. They both got destroyed. So the flirtini, vodka, Chambord or a raspberry liqueur, and pineapple juice. If you don't have Chambord, who else is doing a raspberry? These guys do a raspberry liqueur as well. Much less expensive than the Chambord. I just got the Chambord. It was one of those impulse buys. You know, when you go to the grocery store and they have, you know, all the chips and the candy bars and the beef jerky and the pepperoni sticks and whatnot at the checkout. So I went to the liquor store, and by the checkout they had all these bottles of Chambord, and it I was sucked in. Fuck, now I forgot what my measurements were, Rael. You distracted me.
413.
413. Okay, thank you, Rael. 4 vodka, 1 Chambord, and 3 pineapple, or piña, as I like to call it. So let us make this happen. And you know, it's Friday. We might just go ahead and have 2 cocktails tonight. We'll see what happens. We already did go play a little bit of pickleball. So we are, you know, on top of the world. We're ahead of the game. Or vodka. And if you're wondering, I've got that. I'm uploading that show for tomorrow. It's uploading to YouTube right now. I don't know. Who knows? You might even be able to watch it early. We'll see. We'll see how that happens. 4 vodka and 1 Chambord, and this bottle is so squirrely. I want to drop it. 1 ounce of Chambord. 3 ounces of pineapple. Why it's called a French Martini, I don't know. Pineapple's not very French, I don't think. And a little ice up in there. I did pick a whole, like four or five other cocktails that all have the word French in the name. There's a French daiquiri, French Martini, a couple other deals. Anyway, Dave told me, said I need to be a little bit more sexier with my shake versus make it sexy. But I need a $2 tip. The trick cap for that Chambord. Kill that fucking bottle. Yes. Yeah. Can you join me? Thank you. Let's see how this tastes. That's going to be delicious. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nice. Hard to tell. It almost seems like the pineapple's fighting with the blackberry a little bit. What do you think? I know that's weird, a pineapple and a blackberry fighting. What do you think would win? If it was a Himalayan blackberry, the blackberry would win for sure over the pineapple. Yes. Yeah, that's about. I got nothing else. I think I've run my mouth off enough this week. Yeah, so just hang tight. We're gonna hit pause. We're gonna run upstairs. Gonna get some tunes going. I'm gonna get my mise en place going on. That's where you get all your little bits and pieces ready for your recipe. Gonna make some salmon cakes. A version of tartar sauce that I don't usually do, but I'm just kind of going out of the book. Salmon cakes. We're gonna make some other stuff. I'm gonna marinate some prawns later on, and I do have some chicken. I think we're doing just kind of little snacky things or what have you, or whatever I need to do to please Rael. I mean, ultimately that is my goal for this Friday evening. Jeez, I guess this is so nice. It must be illegal. Anyway, all right. Well, geez. Okay, just peace out from the Wicker Bar. We're gonna go up to the kitchen, so just hang tight. All right, are you with me? So I'm making some salmon cakes. I have our piece of salmon here. It's probably, I think it's just a wee over a pound of salmon that we have. I'm gonna make the tartar sauce first, so it has a chance to rest. The recipe that I pulled out for tartar sauce also called for 2 tablespoons of capers, and of course, I got up here and realized that we don't have any capers, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add a little bit extra dill relish in there. So for our tartar sauce, we're using the Kewpie Japanese mayo. That's just because that's what I like to use here. I know sometimes sometimes we switch up between this and a lighter mayonnaise. So the Kewpie mayonnaise, some dill relish, a little bit of a white vinegar, some Worcestershire sauce. Now is the lemon juice going in here? Lemon juice is going over here in the salmon cake. Worcestershire, and then some minced shallot here. So I'm going to get this shallot, got it almost ready to go. And once again, this is one of these recipes where I think if you were to put in as much shallot as they called for, it's just too much. Just too much. Be too chunky too chunky. We're going to use a little bit of this shallot in our salmon cake as well. Okay, so we have our shallot, and then I'm going to do I think I'm going to go ahead and do 3 tablespoons of relish to make up for those capers. What do we add here? I'm going to go about a teaspoon of Worcestershire. I'm going to do a teaspoon of white vinegar, which I've never done it with the white vinegar before. And about 3/4 of a cup of our Kewpie. I'm going to eyeball it. There's about a quarter. And didn't call for it, but I'm gonna put a little teeny cayenne in there. Just a little bit. There we go. A little salt. A little pepper. And the salmon cake recipe, the recipe that we use, it calls for the salmon to be pulsed up in the food processor to kind of break it down a little bit. We don't do it that way. We just kind of chop it up with a knife. It has a better, I think, a better consistency and texture, or a better mouthfeel, as you will. So there is our tartar. Yeah, that'll work. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and get the, I have some dry ingredients and some wet ingredients that I'm going to portion out first. Then I'm going to pull the bones out of that salmon and get that salmon skin off of there. So we're using some panko. So we got about 3 tablespoons of panko that go in the cake itself, and then we're going to use a little bit of panko on the outside of the cake when we fry them up. A couple of tablespoons of mayo. 1, 2. About a teaspoon, holy moly, about a teaspoon of Dijon. We need to put that on the list too. Teaspoon of Dijon. Gonna get a little bit of lemon in here. I want to get that seed in there, that'd be nasty. Let's see. I'm going about a teaspoon of lemon. Go. And some more of the shallot. I know we need to have a little drone over here. There you go, Blaine. I got about a tablespoon of shallot in there. Let's throw a little bit extra. And a little bit of parsley. This parsley's still viable, barely. Be all right. About a tablespoon of chopped parsley up in there. A little pinch of salt, a little pinch of pepper, and let's get a little cayenne as well. There we go, right? Make sure I got that. Panko, mayo, shallot, lemon juice. Yep. All right. So just give me those ingredients. Give me a second to pull the bones out of this salmon here. Move those over there. How's that? La da 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 da. Friday afternoon. They said it was going to rain. Rained a little bit this morning. Not too much. We still went for a big walk. I'm going to have a pair of these little tweezers like this for pulling the bones out of the salmon. Needle nose pliers. Those work just as well. We still have a dedicated pair of needle nose pliers just for this job. There Nothing worse than eating fish when you get a big bone in there. Here we go. Hopefully I can masterfully. Oh, I think we just about got her there. Boom. Put that right there. Looked at some other salmon cake recipes. I mean, there's some that call for canned salmon. Some that call for where you cook it in advance. So if you're using like leftovers. I don't know. I'll make some salmon, like a tuna fish salad with salmon if it's leftover. But other than that, reheating. What should I go like this? Tempeh-naki, baby. I would have eaten that piece raw, but not all salmon is good sashimi style. Is that about how you cook bust up Rael? A little bit more. What do you say? You say that's all right? Let me pull my trash bucket over here. All right. Salmon cake mixture is ready to go. Let me clean up. There's goodies on there. Let me clean up here and let me discuss with Rael which direction we're going here with the dinner. We'll just hit pause. So I've got this. We made our salmon cakes. Got some panko, mayo, Dijon mustard, a little lemon juice, salt, pepper, a little bit of cayenne, a little bit of parsley, and some shallot. Got our tartar sauce over there. We're gonna fry these up in a pan. There are a couple of recipes where you kind of oven fry them. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. So hang tight. I'm gonna get this cleaned up, and we'll get back and let me talk to Rael, and we'll find out how we're gonna make this happen. Okay, here we go. So I keep meaning to get some extra scoops because I have the white scoop. That pan was a little hot. I got the black scoop. I got the purple scoop. I need something that's somewhere in between, like a 3 ounce. This is more like a 5 3/4, 6 ounce. So I was able to divide our salmon mixture up into four little piles. I think that'll be perfect. There's one. And I do stand corrected. Rael said that no, Blaine, you were wrong. I do whiz up the salmon mixture in the food processor or the NutriBullet. I always thought she cut it up. I guess I've been wrong. Because a few times I've done these, I've cut it up with a knife. Go. Very elegant. Oh. And we did, while you guys were watching, I did go down and make another round of the French Martini. Just because we like Canada. Last time we went to Canada, I think we took our daughter and her friend Toby with us when they were like 9th grade or something. We just let them roam the streets of downtown. Rael's looking at me with very concerned. Okay. Here we go. So let this oil get back up. Floundering. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us here at the Wicker Bar. We are up here in the kitchen making salmon cakes. We're on the French Martini, aka the flirtini. Vodka, Chambord, pineapple juice. There we go. We made some tartar sauce. We made some salmon cakes. We're going to do some other things too, but you're not going to be able to see those. All right. We have the interns that are going to come and clean this up later on. Have these plates. Try to be delicate with this. They're looking good. I think they're going to be tasty. I'm going to give us a little dollop of our tartar sauce on there. You know, I might even hit that with a little bit of paprika just for the visual, for that 1970s visual. A little paprika on your deviled egg. I think in the office that the Toe Tank live show has almost completed its upload to YouTube. Delicate. All right, here we go. It's going to take a couple minutes. I don't have a story to tell or anything. We're just sitting here. It's Friday. The afternoon, they said it was going to rain all day. It's been beautiful. Just rained a little bit this morning. And other than that, it's been nice all day long. They're out of their freaking minds. It's almost 6 o'clock, West Coast time. How's everybody doing out there today? Is everybody enjoying time with your significant other, your soulmate, your partner, your children, your animals? Gotta keep it real. How are we doing here? We were actually invited to a happy hour this afternoon with David and Jennifer Stegman, but we had already formulated our plan, so we're throwing off our flow. But we do appreciate the invitation. We're going to be meeting up tomorrow. It's going to be good. All right, I'm going to give that 3 minutes for that side. I feel like I'm on the chopping block here. Rail's giving me that look. It's like watching paint. You know, if I had like a sidekick here. Yeah, well, what are you saying? Yeah, well, has anybody ever, at our house, we have never purchased a rotisserie chicken. Has anybody out there ever purchased a rotisserie chicken? We have a rotisserie on our barbecue out here. We do that. Never purchased a rotisserie chicken, ever. I don't imagine that we ever would. I did buy some chicken today. I got a whole bird out there in the fridge. Gonna probably smack cock that on Sunday. Little Sunday dinner. See, this is where it always starts to get. I don't want to throw any more oil in there. 3 minutes goes by really, really slow when it's on the timer. What else? What cocktail are we gonna do tomorrow? I don't know. So we are going to have the Stegmans are going to come over tomorrow. There's a few other people that wanted to come over as well. We'll have to see how that goes. Who? Oh, well, Arnie's gonna probably come over. I need to send him a message. I don't know if Jody was working tomorrow or not. And Braille's gonna be here. Hildy, Dexter. Almost. It's like watching salmon cook. Almost. I know. Cook, cook, cook. I mean, cook this, not like how Alex would say to me, cook. We're getting there. We're getting there. I pulled out the Crystal. Crystal hot sauce is the one that I think goes best with this type of a deal. I want these to be too undercooked, or else Rael, I'm gonna be cursed for the. Once I start messing up on Friday, it's like the rest of the weekend is like blown, totally blown, totally blown. La, 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 la. There we go. These are cooked okay. Mm-hmm. Got a little lemon on there. Just a little. Ah! A little heavy on that one. Forget it. There we go. There are our salmon cakes and our tartar sauce that we made for this afternoon. Thank you all very much for joining us. I'm going to get back to my cocktail and 3 or 4 or 5 other food items I'm going to be making this evening. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow, May 1st, May Day. Power to the People live toe tag show that we filmed on April Fool's Day. All right, well, peace out. Ding, 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 ding. I'm out of here.